Hey, it's Blue. Hope everyone's well. Happy Saturday. Just thought I'd stop in, say hello to everyone, and to, of course, say hello and welcome to all the folks who follow me and support me. If you are new here, I'm Blue, and I just kind of share a lot of things that I'm glad to share. So to let you know, I've started a new initiative called Ask Blue. And the reason why is because in my DMs all day long, I get questions from people about my journey, about, different things that I've experienced and, some of my thoughts on things, right? And I wanted to open up a space where I could do that. So I just said, hey, if you got any questions, let me know. We're going into full-on readings, you have to book, but what this is for just general questions that some people want to ask but don't know who to ask, or maybe afraid to ask because they don't want to have, any criticisms or anything like that. So that's why I opened Ask Blue here. Also, if you go to the Empress Codes, theempresscodes.com, if you want to have a more specific question asked, you can certainly do that by booking there. But this is just a time where I just share different things that I feel like could help the collective. So the question that I got the other day was, what did he say? He said, I hear people call God spirit. No, how do you say it? Who is source? Is source God? Is that, what religion is that, is what he said. And so I had to break it down two ways. So first I had to explain to him, first off, religion, spirituality, two different things. Religion is a construct. It is something that's developed by humans, by people, that has a dogma or a doctrine attached to it. But the thing that's different is that there are rules, bylaws, there's a structure, and in some cases, in many cases, rules, what's the word I'm looking for? Boundaries that are set within that denomination or in that religion that governs, that's what I was looking for, that governs how you participate within that structure, within that religion. It governs your relationship and how you move under that religion or that construct. That's religion. Spirituality, all that goes away. Your relationship with spirit, with source, with God is direct. You don't need any of that extra, right? Now, I grew up Pentecostal Church of God. This is a holy, yeah, and I still hold on to it. I am Pentecostal Church of God in Christ. I still hold on to it. In fact, many of my clients are still in Pentecostal, Baptist, Protestant, Abrahamic religions. But because they are also enlightened, they now have me as a partner because I understand that walk, right? Again, I still hold on to that. I still move in that. However, I've evolved. I've learned through my own experiences, through the teachings and learnings that I've received directly from Spirit and my ancestors, that you can have that direct relationship through your spirituality, through your spiritual walk. I don't need anybody. I don't need to go to somebody and confess sins. I don't need to go to anybody to do this, that, and the third. I can go directly to God on it. Now, let's get to the question at hand. His question is because he would hear source, he would hear spirit, and these other words. And he's like, is that the same God? And it's absolutely, it is the Most High, it is our Creator. God is the name that man, under the religious constructs, assigned to a spirit. How do you, as a human, name a spirit, right? The Spirit, the Most High. And so I grew up saying God, and I still use God. interchangeably, right? Depending on the conversation, depending on how I feel. I grew up in that. There's some things you just don't leave. However, when you go into spirituality, when you're hearing us say source, spirit, most high, creator, we are calling God by his beautiful, ultimate, sovereign attributes. He is our source. And I say he because I grew up in a religion that assigned a masculine energy to source. So you'll hear me say he. But spirit is a spirit. You understand? So just to let you know why I say he. You'll hear me say they, it, all of that. But in spirituality, we're not calling him by a name that another man lesser than him or lesser than his spirit assigned to him. We generally refer to God as what he is to us. He is our source. He is our creator. He is the most high, right? He is the almighty. So that's why you can always tell who you're dealing with and how they move by how they address the higher power, how they address God in their lives. So I just wanted to share that so that people understand that. I thought that was a great question that he asked. And I think that's about it. So again, for any questions like that, send me a DM. And if I can get to it, I will. If I feel like your question requires, going into deeper practice and deeper movement, then that's, of course, going to be where we're going to have to book some time together. But if it's something that I can get that will help the collective, that will help the public at large understand things, then I'm certainly going to put that out here under my Ask Blue or Ask Me Anything. All right, I think that's it. I hope that y'all have a phenomenal day. I certainly have one locked down for me. And hey, Ashe, have a great day.